If you're like me, you're constantly looking for ways to have more fun in WoW. I'm not talking about questing, I'm not talking about raiding, and I'm not talking about PvP. Nope. I'm talking about making your character look hot. I'm talking about making your character look badass and unique. So, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make your character stand out. That's right. This video is about collecting and using in-game cosmetic items, also known as transmorg items. So, welcome to Transmorg for Dummies. Basically, transmorphication allows you to change the appearance of your character armor to any other piece you've collected in the past that your character is eligible to wear. That means right now you can collect anything your character class can equip and make it a skin. The rules will be changing in the upcoming expansion. Blizzard announced that in the War Within, all players will be able to learn transmorg of any gear type they collect, even if it's something that their class can't equip. So right now, in the current expansion, Dragonflight, cloth wearers, for instance, can't transmorg male gear. And me, as a male wearer, can't transmorg plate because my character class cannot wear plate. But that's going to change soon. I can't wait for that. Anyway, let's get back to basics. You can check what skins you have available through the wardrobe tab in the collections panel. You can do this by using Shift P or by clicking this button. You can filter your appearances that you have or haven't collected by using this button. You'll see here collected, not collected. The tooltip will also tell you which items share appearances and where you can get them from for the transmorg that you haven't collected. Many of the items are part of sets. You can check out set possibilities by clicking this tab. All the sets that are highlighted yellow are the ones that you've completely collected. The ones that are highlighted green, you've only gotten pieces of that collection. One minimum for it to be green. Those that are highlighted gray, you haven't collected any of the pieces yet. One thing that's really, really cool is that it will show you exactly where to get each piece to complete your set. It's important to remember, though, that if it's an item coming from a raid, like this, raids have different difficulties. So Raid Finder, Normal, Heroic, and Mythic. And each difficulty has a different skin. Different set, different coloring. The same applies to PvP gear. The sets will be different based on ranking. So, as you can see, this tab is super helpful to see all the possibilities. It's great for looking up specific items or sets you want. To really stand out, though, you need to picture what you want your character to look like, then decide what items you should try to collect. Now that we've talked about what transmorg is, it's time to learn how to collect that gear. Let's hop back over to the Items tab. Here, you can see, if you click Filters and go to Sources, there are 6 different ways to source your transmorg gear. These sources include a mix of bind on equip and bind on pickup items. So you can get them from boss drops, quests, vendor, world drops, achievements, or your professions. You can collect items from the auction house or from somebody crafting them for you. To collect appearances of any bind on equip item, you need to make sure that you make it soulbound. So we're going to use this one for example. This is still bind on equipped. You click on it, equipping, and once you've equipped it, it will be added to your skins. Don't forget to put back on the original item that you had on, because currently I have on the shoulders that I just equipped, but I don't want that. I want it to go back to the one that I had, and then you can safely sell this item, and then it's no longer in your inventory, but it's in your transmorg wardrobe. So if I go to shoulders and I look for that piece, you'll see it's here and I've collected it. As a new player, you won't have as many cosmetic items in your collection like I do. You'll be able to farm all of these over time. Start farming items in old content like raids and dungeons that are easy for you to solo. So pay attention to your current character level to understand exactly which raids or dungeons you can go into by yourself. Get yourself an add-on like Saved Instances to track your raid lockouts. So as you can see here, I've already done Baradin Hold and Bastion of the Twilight. And if you look at the bottom of my screen, you'll see that it will tell me that I've defeated all of the bosses and I will not be able to complete that instance again for the next 13 hours and 24 minutes. Raids reset weekly, and dungeons, I think that you can go into a dungeon up to 10 times per hour before you get locked out. So every raid tier has class-specific armor, and the sets all match. So as you can see, for my class, this entire set for the Mythic Eternal Curator's Chains matches nicely. And if I were to look at Heroics, also matches very nicely. Run the old content once per week till you've collected the set that you want. And that's the cheapest way to get your transmog. Don't forget that each raid difficulty can only be done once per week on that character. So if you choose to do Heroic, that's it for the week. You have to wait for another week to try a different level. A great way to speed up the process is if the raid is available in 25-man, set it at that difficulty, because then there's going to be more loot drop because it's intended for more people. If raids and dungeons aren't enough for you, you can go to the auction house or vendors to source your transmog gear. The auction house requires you to spend your gold, and the vendors, like Time Walk vendors, may require specific currency for you to be able to access the items. Another way to source your transmog is by visiting your local trading posts. I'm already near the trading post here in Stormwind. And you talk to Tawny Seabraid for the Alliance and tell her, I'd like to see what's available for this month. And you'll see that in order for you to purchase the item from the trading post, you require trader's tenders. Check the playlist in the cards above to see what has been on the trading post in the past months. Even though certain items may not be currently available, they may return to the trading post. As you can see here below, they have returning items that you can try to get with the tenders. You earn tenders monthly by completing various in-game requirements, such as completing 25 quests or raids. So doing your transmog run by killing 25 dungeon bosses, you would be able to earn 100 tenders. Remember to save all the duplicate items to help offset your costs, or to just earn some gold. Duplicate bind on equip items are great for selling on the auction house. Even the bind on pickup items are not too shabby either. You can vendor those for a steady income of gold. Thanks for watching my World of Warcraft Beginner's Guide series. If you have any transmog questions, drop them in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer them. If you've learned something new or enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. To ensure that you catch all the upcoming videos in this Beginner Guide series, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Catch you later. Have fun transmorging!